The room is currently vacated. Everyone is out in the hallway, and we're gonna get started a little bit later than scheduled. I believe the estimate is in about 5 minutes. But
Cool, and we'll see you then.
yeah, we'll see you then. All right, and we're back, but
We are
not.
live,
Yep.
and nothing is happening.
And nothing is happening.
Nothing is happening at all. There's nothing entertaining.
But you could ask. You could ask if you wanted to say hi to the people over here.
That's true. Whoever might be watching in the present or the future or the past.
There's 5 people right now. There's 5 people.
Think about it. It's fun. I don't know. We're so glad that you've joined us for this Sunday Assembly, a super Sunday Assembly sometimes people call it, culminating our awesome conference here in Atlanta at the lovely venue, the Supermarket.
Woohoo!
Which is an awesome space in the city of because this is art that we
Yeah, we've learned to come to the side.
Folks are piling in.
Are you guys our MCs today?
Are.
Cool.
Yeah, you're around. There it is. It's in green.
Not planning on waking up tomorrow.
I don't think I need my name tag. I heard that. I think people know who I am. Hey, I might be ready to go. Tell me about it.
one of them is called Anarchy Pancakes.
Turkey pancakes. I'm already sold.
It's Anarchy Pancakes. And 6 times and I haven't won yet, and I'm going to be sold.
Okay.
You'll probably press
Keep an eye that nobody knocks it. The other day, it during the 3rd song,
one more little call out
I
there.
don't know if what happened, but it just slowly panned, and so Steven was out of shot. I was like, I had everybody lined up.
Okay.
I don't know how it happened.
Okay.
And the band can go ahead and get on the stage for those performing. Probably includes Ray, wherever he may be.
There was some great ones.
Go ahead and go for it.
Whatever they do. I had to make my myself this morning.
Oh,
I wasn't sure there'd be enough time. Actually,
right.
got up early to make salad. Yeah, it's been fun, and they encourage vegan food.
Oh, Ray, you're right here.
I appreciate the opportunity
Bands first.
to learn
Yeah.
some vegan food. So I always try to make something vegan that I haven't.
We found our basics.
Super excited.
Very important to find the basics.
It's a foundation.
It's all about the base, about the base, no trouble.
Yeah, it's a good time.
I see you two got the memo.
It was an accident.
We were really hoping people wouldn't notice.
It was an accident. Happy accident.
We're pattern finders, Bob.
Hey y'all, thanks so much for joining us on day 3 of this lovely Sunday Assembly Conference. Our theme is welcome y'all, and we are welcoming you once more. This is Jamie, one of our featured speakers.
Yes, everybody. And you survived the cabaret.
Opt out or joined, both were good survival instincts.
Smart.
Yeah, and I'm Ross, y'all probably know that already. The first thing that we're doing is some music. So, I think these are some really, really fun tunes. If you're interested in standing, clapping along, especially singing along, you're actively encouraged to do so. I think we should let them take it away, all right?
Everybody, the band.
Let's do it. Keep going, keep going.
People in the news. All right, Brandy, you ready to celebrate?
Yes.
Awesome. I am too. Are you all ready to celebrate?
Oh, yeah.
We are too.
Do we have a clicker?
We have secured clicker.
Do it. Celebrate.
much for bringing this party together. Everybody here has pitched in presence, just by coming to be here with everybody else, attending workshops, giving encouragement to fellow members. I think it's just been wonderful. So it's been nice to see people from all over the place. So yeah, we're having,
Thank
we're
you
having
so
a very
much
good time.
for tuckering out, right? Yeah, so we got.
Project without the mic.
We're projecting without the mic, or we can of course get them. Thank you very much for your patience. I want to hear at least 5 insights, takeaways, connections that people have experienced at this conference. Doesn't have to be big, doesn't have to be small. I would love anyone to raise their hand and say something that they've taken away from your time here. Let's go, Adam.
So this just happened like 20 minutes ago. I had written a note to someone saying it was so good to see you. I wish we had more time to talk. And then when I put that in there, we had more time to talk. So I said, take back what I said. It's just good to see you and hear you talk.
Who else? Who else?
Fun can really fill your cup. Joy and fun can really fill your cup.
Thanks.
So I filled my cup.
I'm so glad. Let's get a couple more.
I wish that Gainesville, Florida was here more,
Yeah.
and we're gonna encourage them to come, because this was wonderful. Thank you so much, Atlanta.
Let's not be strangers, right?
I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, because I'm the most positive person on the earth. But when I come here, I come to resolve issues. And guess what? We find out we're all in this thing together, and we're all human, and we're always going to have issues. So it's always a work in progress.
Yes, it
So
is.
I'm encouraged that we're all willing to work this work in progress together.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I'm some distance from home, and I'd like to thank, I believe it's Jarl, for the warmth of your
Thanks, Jared. We can workshop that later. Chris, yes, can you raise your hand?
Rock, paper, scissors. I did it at the Los Angeles version 2 years ago. The guy I was sitting next to for the first episode, he beat me. So I was the first person he killed. He went all the way down the bottom and won. This time round, I came in second. Virginia, she's good.
Let's make sure we applause the Rochambeau champion, Cindy, and of course the Yeah, some of us were on the winning team, we know. All right, thank you so much for offering these things. I know there's lots more. I feel the energy in the room that people had a good time, and I'm really grateful for that. And I'm grateful for y'all for showing up and bringing that energy and that vulnerability that is exemplified in so many of the workshops that we did, and including perhaps what might be coming up right now. So I'm going to tap this, and I'm going to give a little intro to Brett here, who Ashley and myself saw facilitate, direct a performance at Up Front Theater here in Atlanta that was called the Improvised White Lotus. And we were really struck by, so if you all have seen the White Lotus, beautiful tropical vacation every time, somehow. And we so loved the improv comedy that came from this loose structure of like, tropical vacation, but somebody's going to die and the audience is going to vote on that, which is very good. And we love that. We were really struck by that. And of course, with the improv theme we've had here and in our founding, right, we love to bring that forward. For those who've been in that workshop this morning, right, like hopefully that was a lovely, invigorating thing, and maybe we will see a little bit of that today. But first up, let's bring up Brett Schultz.
Not right now. I'm not projecting.
project. I'm an actor, so I'm gonna talk loud. Y'all let me know if you need me to be louder. Thank you guys so much for having me. I think I'm gonna spend some time around the entire room because I like to play. So for y'all, if you do want to turn chairs or anything, feel free. Thank you guys so much for having me. Something I've learned already about this conference is that if Ashley asks you to do something, you say yes. And there she is. Give it up for her. Yeah, Ashley came and saw the show. She cold emailed me and said, do you want to do this? And before I finished reading the email, I said, this woman is powerful. Yeah, I know. And she got so many people to the workshop this morning by just asking them. So learn from Ashley. She's a powerful person. My name is Brett. I am a playfulness coach and an improv teacher. And I am here today to talk a little bit about what it looks like to play freely. This is a process that I've gone on in my own life. Okay, there it is.
It'll pass. It'll pass.
They warned me. All right, well, I'm going to use the mic every few seconds then. Y'all, I can't. Okay. So this is improv right now. If you want to understand how it works, it's happening. Yeah. This is so silly. Oh my god. I love a maze.
Excellent.
I'm going to talk today about playing freely. When I was a kid, my favorite thing to do was play. Some of y'all can resonate with this, yes? The game that me and Christian Karcher would play at the neighborhood community pool is Penguins. We would swim around the pool and collect fish, and then take them to the big water slide and deposit them in the fish bank. And I don't remember much more about it than that. I think that was the game, is we would collect imaginary fish, put them in the fish tank, and know that we were penguins. That was freeing and playful for us. So before we get started, I do want to ask the room, did anyone have a childhood make-believe game in this room? A fast yes. Where'd that come from? Here? What was the game that you played as a kid?
Similar, just yeah, similar to you. We would pretend that there was a structure on the playground with horses that would swing back and forth, and so we would get on the horses and we would take off with our Pegasus. And
see the joy that's already evoking from there, hearing about the swings and the Pegasus. Anybody else? Anybody? And I might not be able to bring the mic to you, but anybody else?
We played Ghost Assassins. Literally, it was pretend. We ran around my grandmother's property, pretending to see ghosts and finding inventive ways to kill the ghosts that we saw.
Do you remember any of these inventive ways that you used to kill off the ghosts?
Honestly, my favorite. I'm so embarrassed. My favorite way to kill a ghost was to use a blowgun.
That sounds effective.
With different darts.
Of course.
But the darts varied based on like how dangerous the ghost was. Sometimes you could keep them to sleep.
Sure.
Sometimes they actually had to be destroyed. Sometimes they were disintegrated. It was a whole thing.
It's not normal, but it's fun, right? Not normal is fun. Let's get one more from this side of the room. Anybody have a make-believe game they played as a kid? Right here.
So me and like the kids around the neighborhood on really windy days, we would, because the trash cans and stuff would get blown down the street, we would always pretend like it was like a tornado man and we had to stop them.
Nice. Wait, I'm sorry. So trash cans would get blown down the street?
It's back in,
Where are you from?
Like all Los Angeles.
Oh,
but, like
okay.
it gets very windy from
Right.
time to time, and so like on the weeks that we would have to take the day that we would take like trash cans out, they would get blown down the street when they would be empty. So we'd be like, all right, somebody's doing this.
Yeah.
And we gotta stop.
That is so magical. And how alive you probably, like, how much joy you felt on a stormy day. Like, oh, we get to play this game now.
Yeah.
Trash Man, or Windman's coming, what's his name?
Tornado Man.
Tornado Man. Next time you experience a stormy day and you're upset about it, just imagine Tornado Man is up to no good. It's gonna make it a lot more fun. So my thesis in teaching playfulness is that I really am not teaching, I'm reminding that you were born knowing how to play. Because we all have these make-believe games that we just kind of like innately found, right? Like no one told you how to play Tornado Man. That just kind of spirit lived in you, that spirit of playfulness. And as we get older, we receive critical voices and teachings that blockade our play. For me, an example was no running in church. And as a kid, it was like, well, this feels like a perfect place to run. There are cubes, there are aisles. Oh my God, and the bigger the church, the more space there is to run, right? So these voices start to seep within us, and they become subconscious. Like we don't even realize the teachings and the rules that we're abiding by that are blockading our abilities to play. My definition of playfulness is freely experiencing life for its own sake and nothing more than that. Without outcome, without goals, without somewhere we're trying to get to. And this seems so impossible in our culture because we are so results oriented. And that makes it really, really hard to just be and experience life for its own sake. That's what playing is. So I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of free play right now. I had some really courageous people, Ashley is really powerful. And she asked some people to come to the workshop. They found the courage within them to try out some improv this morning. So we're gonna demo some of what we did this morning. So first, let me get 2 of those workshop participants. Just 2 of you, whoever wants to play. We're gonna do it right here in the center. Give it up for Kevin and Ashley. All right, so we're gonna build a little make-believe with each other. How we're gonna start this, if you guys even just look at each other, it's like, ooh, it's theater in the round, right? Wow. It is communal. So what we're gonna do is close your eyes and shake it out, and in just a second, I'm gonna tell them to open their eyes, and they're gonna move together. Neither of them is gonna lead, they're both just gonna follow. And then we're going to discover if some characters or a story comes up. So, open your eyes. All right, I'm gonna ask the room, does anyone see some characters right now? Like if you could imagine, who are these characters? Where are they?
6th grade dance.
6th grade dance. All right, so these are 2 people at the 6th grade dance. The music is playing, and they are going to talk to each other. What I didn't tell you guys, here's some improv for you. I have a bell right here. If you hear this bell, that means I want you to change what you said or did, okay? So if you hear the bell, the rule of this improv game is you have to change what you just said to something else. All right. The air conditioner is blowing, it's cool in the gymnasium. Party rock anthem is blasting. And these 2 are getting some punch from the table at the school dance. Cool song. Change the way you clean that up. Right. Yeah. One more change. Yeah. Not my problem.
I asked while you were cleaning up, I got some.
Cheers. Change the way you cheers.
Here, you used a rat here a second
romantic songs. Not just right in the DJ Ashley, change your bow. One more. Yeah. And Kevin, your bow.
All right, 6th graders of East Middle School. Go ahead and find that partner.
Dance.
Okay.
And scene. Give it up for me. That's how it's so Let's get our other 3 participants up here. Our other 3. Give it up for these 3. This is Joe. Kishka. All right, we're gonna close our eyes and open. Take each other in. Anybody here, what do you see?
Awkwardness.
Awkwardness. 3 people looking awkwardly at each other. Where might these people be looking at each other? Where are they?
The showdown in the dusty town.
The showdown at the dusty town. All right, let's see the showdown at the dusty town. If I ring the bell, I want you to change what you did. What are you doing here? I chased you out of this goddamn town years ago.
Now, boys! We can be all friends.
I can maybe change what they can be.
We can all be neighbors.
Okay.
We can all be together.
Him? I don't think so.
Really? After all, the flame doesn't burn anymore?
Not after you and Jeff ran off.
Joe, change after what they did.
After you guys caught you in the, saloon.
One more, Joe.
After you guys were out back in the outhouse.
I'll try to quit. I was just trying to get over you with Jeff, and I hope you'd understand. And
Now, wait a minute. What is going on?
it was a fishing trip. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to find out this way. You know how I like musicals. You know how I like horror films. You know how I like hentai. MC. A bunch of these people took their first improv workshop like an hour ago. And I hope you can see from that just how fun and how much joy arises when we just witness adults playing make-believe like we did when we were kids. I always use this example when I'm teaching actors, that as a kid, you maybe played fireman, and you could feel the weight of the hose, and you could see the flames in front of you, and you really, really believed that you were putting out this fire and rescuing orphans from the orphanage and saving cats. And then you notice your parents were watching you, and so you're like, oh, my parents are watching. and they want me to be a good boy, so I might like turn out to them a little bit more, and I might, you know, I was a little mean of a fireman. I'm gonna be a really good, well-behaved fireman from now on. And then your neighbors tell, or your parents tell their neighbors to come over and watch. And now the neighbors are watching you play fireman, and you're suddenly like, okay, like I have my parents watching and my neighbors watching, and one of your neighbors is a theater producer, and they come up to you and they say, hey kid, you can make a lot of money playing fireman. If you want to do that, the only thing is you have to be really good at it because I need to sell tickets. And so then you are playing fireman and you kind of like suddenly lose the weight of the hose because you're so distracted by the audience and the people paying and the needing to make money and all the results and the outcome. And that is the thing that when I teach actors is what they're struggling with the most, is they got into this work because they love to play. But as it becomes so results-oriented and so outcome-oriented, they lose sight of the joy that they lived with when they started. And just like this, these guys are not like, and a lot of my improv friends are like, I gotta get on that big team and I gotta get in that show, and it makes them lose sight of the fun. And what I love seeing here is it really felt like y'all were playing just for the sake of it. I'm not gonna cast, I mean maybe I could cast you in a show. But I don't think that was in your brains when you were doing this, right? You were just listening and being with each other and playing. So what I'm gonna walk through for y'all today is I'm gonna tell you a little bit of my story, how I went from playing as a child to becoming an improv instructor and theater producer and playfulness coach as an adult, and kind of the critical voices and the blockades that I've had to clear out of the way in order to find the freedom to play. Because that is what gets in the way, is the inability to feel free. So this was me as a kid. This was me in a play at my church. This was about a water park, and I was a cool surfer dude in this play. That's what I remember about this character. And I, like, immediately as a child was in plays. I remember my first play. I was 4 years old. I was in Goldilocks and the Three Bears at my preschool. And I was cast as half of the big bowl because I was too small to be the entire big bowl. So what that looked like is me and another kid held a cardboard cutout of the big bowl and walked across the stage when the narrator said, and Goldilocks ate porridge out of the big bowl. You guys saw the show. I didn't know. I'm nervous. And I remember like standing on stage holding this cardboard cut out of the big bowl and looking at Baby Bear and being like, he's not gonna. He doesn't have what it takes to play Baby Bear. Like, I should have been Baby Bear. I don't know why I'm not up there playing Baby Bear. And I can't tell you why. Maybe it's because I was raised in the home of a minister and like performing was very important in my household, but there was something innate in me that wanted to get up on a stage and impress people and perform. But there's something a little more pure than that, and I wanted freedom to play. And I felt like, well, I'm stuck behind this cardboard bowl. I want to be out there playing Baby Bear and walking around. But it just goes to show me how deep this desire was to play freely as a child. Another example I remember was I used to create plays in my living room and force my family to watch them. That was how I did this. But one of the first plays that I created was about going to McDonald's. And it was me, my friend, my sister Brianna, and her friends. And the plot of the play was I went to McDonald's and I ordered some French fries. And the climax of the play was I ate the French fries. And that was pretty much the entire play. And my dad filmed me with his video camera. I had a dad that was really encouraging in my desire to play make-believe and put on shows. Again, maybe because he was a pastor who was preaching on stage, so he loved when his son would get up on stage and perform for people. And I remember that he would film this, and a couple years later I would go back and watch this footage, what I would now call watching game tape, which is something I do sometimes as an improviser. And I would watch myself playing, and I suddenly became mortified because of one very specific detail. And I'm going to show you an example right here. I don't know if you can notice the wrist right here, but it's limp as hell. And I was like, oh my God, I got some limp wrists. And that feels really feminine, that feels really girly. And I was watching this footage, I also was noticing, oh, my voice is really high, and I kind of sound like a girl. And so watching this footage, I started to tell myself, okay, Brett, you gotta dial it back. You cannot be acting too much like a girl. And that is because I was raised in the home of an evangelical pastor, like I said. It was so interesting as I was writing this, I was like, I don't even know where the belief came from that it was wrong for a boy to act like a girl. And then I stopped and I was like, wait, my dad used to tell a story all the time. He caught my sister Brianna. She was probably 5 and I was 2. He caught her dressing me up in a dress and he just screamed at her. And he would tell this story and like laugh about it and just kind of talk about like, yeah, I made sure she knew it is not okay to dress a boy up as a girl. So it was so interesting for me to see as I was writing this that like, and I don't even know where that belief came from. Oh my gosh, it was so deep and subconscious. I actually think I do know where it came from. It came from that moment of my dad yelling at my sister, telling her, you can't do this, from that anger. And of course I was raised in a religious home where the view on the Bible was that it was wrong to be gay, and that was punishable by God. And something I do want to be clear on about my dad is that he was the son of Dutch missionary parents. They moved to Indonesia before he was born. They were missionaries in a small village, and they felt that it wasn't quite safe to be raising their kids in this environment. So they sent him off to boarding school in Malaysia across the ocean when he was just 4 years old. And boarding school was really hard on him. He was bullied a lot. He dealt with a lot of abandonment issues. He felt like his parents had sent him away. And even in middle school, when he started experiencing a lot of depression, he was sent to live in a mental hospital for a couple of years because my grandparents just did not know how to deal with his sadness. And it's been really helpful for me to understand that my dad was raised with a lot of fear and a lot of abandonment. That by the time he was 4 years old, it was already instilled in him that I need to follow the rules, I need to honor God in a very specific way because of the fear that he lived with. And that fear that he had was only passed down to me as a kid. And that's why, as I got older, I was very, very obsessed with this idea that God would punish me for sinning against him. And that's why whenever this feeling would come up of, oh my gosh, I'm acting like a girl, kids at school are telling me that I act like a girl, I would get phone calls to our house, and I would answer the phone, hello, and then someone would say, hi Brianna, can I talk to your mom? And I would lower my voice to convince them, this is Brett, this is Brett. I told a therapist this a few years ago, and she was like, yeah, most of the boys sound like little girls, like the voices are high, they don't have the same. But at that age, I just was really, really concerned about not seeming that way. I really adjusted my behavior to fit into someone else's sandbox, something that they had created for me, and rules that they had instilled on me, not something that I came up with on my own. Then I found the theater, and somehow the theater became a safe space for me to exercise my femininity, because theater is gay. It's gay! It's like singing and dancing, and sparkles, and even the straight boys are like, moving their wrists. It's a beautiful art form. Everyone's the same in theater. We'll get to that. But yeah, there was something kind of like sexually ambiguous about it, and I could kind of like hide within the singing and dancing. And even more than that, no one in my family was in the theater. Everyone in my family, they were involved in church a lot, and we were involved in sports a lot. We played soccer and that kind of thing. But no one in my family has had any opinions about me being on the stage. And it really was a place where I got to play really freely. Because I would come home from play practice and I would only get questions about how it went. I would only get really enthusiastic support. My mom is an audience member that if she was here right now, you would know who she is without me having to point her out. She would be hooting and hollering and laughing aloud. So I got a lot of support in this art form to play freely. So even though, okay, there's this barrier of, okay, I can't like act this way at my home or at school, but I can do it in the theater. And even the theater had some limits. Because we moved, at that time I was, so in high school we moved to North Carolina. A very small, southern, conservative, very Christian town. And I was like the only boy that was doing community theater, which means I got all the good roles. So that was awesome for me. But I had this director, he was my high school theater teacher, then he became the community theater director, and this man was super, super good. Like, very, it's still a practice for me to not assume anything about a person. At this age, I assumed. I think if you met this man, you might assume. And of course, this man was married to a beautiful woman. Of course he was. And I remember so clearly there was a rehearsal. I was playing the butler in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And I was going Joseph, like as hard as I could. Actually, I have a picture of that. This is me, this is the butler. And after the show, my director was giving a note session. And during the note session, he gave me a positive note in front of the entire cast of adults and kids. And the note was, Brett, just keep dancing like the little gay boy that you are. Right, I'm getting a lot of different reactions. Some people are laughing, some people are shocked, some people are already crying. I am assuming sexuality is in the room. These reactions. If you can guess, if you're a queer person, you can guess, this was mortifying to experience. As a Christian kid that had a dad as a pastor, really involved in the church, being told that I was acting gay in front of an entire cast of people was really, really scary for me. And I think it's because deep down I knew there was truth to that. I knew that I was starting to become attracted to men at that time. And so even the theater became a space where I was not feeling safe. It was a sandbox given to me by someone else that I couldn't really play freely in. And this theater director even told me I should never sing in a musical. This guy was pretty abusive. And it's taken a lot of work to recover from those voices that were given to me as a kid. From there I went to college, and I am so, so lucky to have found improv comedy. I got onto a ministry team at my Christian university, Liberty University. This is the reaction I get. You were always like, yeah. Very conservative Southern Baptist University. And I was so lucky to find a ministry team that had improv as part of it. We would travel to churches and do conferences, and I would get to perform improv for middle and high schoolers. And I found my niche. Niche or niche?
Niche.
Well, there's a critical voice right there. Niche. I found my niche playing Disney princesses. Yeah, that's right. The audience lost it when I played Ariel. I think in this photo, I had a go-to initiation that was Ariel. That's why in our workshop we played mermaids. This is why. And I would play Beauty, Not the Beast. They loved it. And I think there's something about a Christian setting where they assume you're a straight, good Christian boy, so you can get away with a little more femininity. You can kind of let it slide, and so I'm like, ooh, that's a good point. You can kind of let it slide a little bit more because there's just some assumptions. So I got to expand my sandbox a little bit and play a little more freely. But as you can imagine, there was still limits to this. I had a friend that was on a different ministry team, it came out that he had kissed a guy in his ministry team, and he lost his full ride scholarship, got kicked off of that team, almost didn't come back to school for it. So there was a lot of fear in my ability to play freely on stage. From there, I worked for Lifeway Christian Resources full-time for about 3 years. I was a producer for one of their creative camps, and that was also a place that I had it was a sandbox given to me that I could play freely in, but there were limits. I remember writing a play about a girl whose brother died from a drunk driving accident, and she had a line in my script that said, "This just really sucks." And the people above me told me, it can't suck for her. You can't have her say that. And I was like, it does suck for her. And they're like, but it can't. You can't say that on stage. So there were limits. Eventually I was just pushing up against these limits. I was like, fine, I'm gonna pursue my dream of being a professional actor. So I auditioned for an acting apprenticeship in Louisville, Kentucky. About 1,500 people between the age of 20 and 30 audition for this every year, and I got it. And this still feels like a sign, this felt like a sign from God at the time, that I can leave this sandbox and approach a new sandbox, which was really scary, which was the American Regional Theater. I remember in a meeting them talking about how they hated some Republican, and I was like, I just voted for that guy. So this was a sandbox that I could play a little more freely in. This is me acting there. And even here, this is a space where it's a business. They need to make money. They have to do plays that are going to sell. And there was some behavior I had to keep in check in order to keep working in this space. It was still a sandbox that was built by someone else, not by me. And I was getting to play more and more freely all the time, and I kept pushing up against borders of sandboxes that were built by others. And that's where I had the realization, and this is my first key point, I'm playing in someone else's sandbox. There's something in me that I'm still not really getting this access to play as freely as I want to. There was something really special that happened during my time at this theater. I met a girl. These limp wrists are a little bisexual. So, there was a girl that I started falling in love with, and she was Jewish. I was Christian. And this was really scary for me because in my Bible, Jesus, who was Jewish, said you cannot fall in love with someone who is Jewish. I'm the only Jew that you can fall in love with. And, do some math there. And she was falling in love with me at the same time. And I would tell her about my beliefs. She was the first person that was really asking questions about it. And I would tell her, yeah, I do think you and your lesbian moms are going to hell. That just is what I believe. And she was the first person to ever be like, it makes me sad you think that, but I don't think so. And honestly, I don't know if you really believe that. And she just kind of gave me space. She was so gracious and allowed me to really have these conversations. From there, I moved to New York, the craziest, biggest sandbox in the world. And with a lot of suppressed sexuality. I had broken up with that girl, and I still was feeling very attracted to men. And I found myself one night in a gay nightclub in Times Square, taking vodka shots. If you suppress your sexuality, you're gonna kiss a boy for the first time at a gay club in Times Square. That's what's gonna happen. And I went home with this boy. Thankfully, I was too drunk to even take any clothes off. But I spent the night in this boy's bed, and I took the train back to Brooklyn that morning, and I was like, oh my God, I feel totally fine. Nothing happened. I'm continuing this day as Brett. It was a little different than the Brett from yesterday, but not much has changed. And it became very clear to me that God was not going to punish me for this. And that was the beginning of me realizing that, there's a sandbox that's been given to me. And I'm not able to play very freely in it, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to pick up a sledgehammer and start destroying this sandbox. And that was the hardest part for me, because I was so afraid of what I would lose from destroying this sandbox. Like I mentioned, I had a really open, playful relationship with my dad growing up. And when I started to ask him questions kind of the spiritual advisor that I would go to in my life, he got super defensive, and he would tell me, why are you asking questions? Honestly, the Bible says you shouldn't be asking too many questions about your faith. And this was a light bulb for me, because I was like, that's not what you've taught me in the past. This is no longer making sense to me. And so I started by destroying the sandbox, and I lost a relationship with my dad at that time. I lost a lot of friends at that time. I lost my identity as a Christian. I lost this idea that I would live a traditional life where I could be married and be a father and have kids. And it was really, really scary to have to start breaking apart this sandbox, because all of a sudden I'm floating. I have no direction. I don't know where to go from here. What's really awesome is that at that time, something unfortunate happened at that time, which was the pandemic. So it pushed me out of New York, brought me to Atlanta because I got an acting agent here. If you're not from Georgia, you should know the pandemic did not happen in Georgia. The South is the one place it didn't happen. I was able to move down here, get an acting agent. I moved into a house with a bunch of people that were also deconstructing their sandboxes of religion and faith. And beautifully, we would gather together and just ask questions to each other and start talking about, what is the sandbox? And we were honestly so focused at that time at destroying the sandbox. My YouTube algorithm was like, this is why Christianity is alive. This is like everything coming my way was like, oh, this is bad, this sucks, like we gotta get rid of this. And it took a while of decluttering before I was really able to start rebuilding again. At that time in my creative career, I was also hired by a theater to build their improv programming, their improv and sketch programming. Because like I said, the pandemic didn't happen in Atlanta, so that means that we got to do theater. Like, we did wear masks sometimes. I'm not gonna go into it. So I started building this program, developed relationships with 40 to 50 improvisers in Atlanta, gathered together. These are pictures from the improv jam that I hosted every week. You remember I used to work in youth ministry? I was doing the exact same thing here. The gospel was no longer of Jesus Christ, it was of playing an improv company. And every week, 50 adults would gather in this room and just play make-believe together and experience the joy that you guys experienced. And it became very clear to me that this was also a sandbox built by someone else. Because the man that owned the space eventually pushed us out onto the Beltline to do our improv jam, so that he could have people pay money to use the space as a rental. And I understand theater's like almost impossible to run as a business. We have to be making money, but I quickly realized, oh, this sandbox, I can't even play in this sandbox that I started building. And so, what I got to is that, let's see, oh, okay, this sandbox no longer works for me. I can start building my own sandbox, which is hard because I have to ask people for help, and I have to ask people to come into my space, and I have to feel confident that I'm discovering something that's worth people's time. And as I was building this new creative and career sandbox, I was also creating a new spiritual sandbox for myself. I was dating some guys, and eventually I found a boy that I just immediately fell in love with. And I have to tell this story. There was a time as an improviser that he was coming to see my shows. And after one of my shows, we filmed this show. It was a really big deal. And I debriefed it with my boyfriend. And I was like, hey, do you have any notes for me? And if you're an artist, you know that's a really dangerous question. He had a note. His note was, I feel like you could use less guns in your improv scenes. And my face dropped, and I said, dude, I can't believe you would bring that up. That is literally my biggest insecurity, that I use too many guns in improv. And he said, that's your biggest insecurity? And I was like, long time to get there, but I was like, I'm too attached to this. So I left being an improviser in Atlanta. I left being an actor. We got to travel for a while. We went out to the desert in New Mexico, and suddenly I was nothing. I had no identity. I was not an actor. I was not that person's friend. I was not an employee at this restaurant. I was nothing. And being out in the desert and having no sandbox at all allowed me to keep breaking it apart and then really start building my new sandbox. It allowed me to really start reincorporating a relationship with Jesus back into my life and a lot of spirituality. It allowed me to start rebuilding a relationship with my dad. And I can tell you that after 3 years of being with my boyfriend, 2 weeks ago, my dad agreed to meet my boyfriend for the first time.
Aww.
Which was really, really special. It wasn't anything amazing. But it was like, oh my God, like this rebuilding this sandbox for 3 years, it's finally, I can finally see the borders of this sandbox. It's finally come to fruition. But what I had to do is I had to invite people to come with me. I had to ask for help. I had to be brave and say, okay, I'm stepping out into the unknown and building something that I have no idea about. And that brings me to Survivor. You might be asking why. Don't worry, I love talking about survivors. During the pandemic, I fell in love with a TV show called Survivor. Yes, it is still on the air after 50 seasons. After 25 years, people are still being shipwrecked on a desert island, voting each other off so that one of them could be the sole survivor and win $1 million. And during the pandemic, this was like my escapism. I was like, oh my God, what a dream to like Robinson Crusoe it and like go to an island and get to like play and build a new society and vote people out and win $1 million. Like that sounds so fun. It sounds so playful. There's something about it in my spirit that really connected me to it. And so, as I now have my own sandbox and I'm starting to produce new improv shows and I'm back in Atlanta doing my work with a new perspective on it all, I'm back in a good relationship with my dad and with some of my friends and really rebuilding, I now have a new dream, which is to play Survivor. And I start applying. Every year I send a video to CBS telling them why I should be crowned the sole survivor. And I should, thank you so much. We're gonna get that on tape later. I started getting so mad at CBS because they weren't taking me seriously. I was hearing nothing. And all of a sudden, it felt similar to guns being my biggest insecurity in improv. I was like, okay, so I'm getting mad at a huge TV network that like is only focused on money and like commercialism. They're running my emotions? No. I'm not gonna play in their sandbox. I'm gonna start building my own sandbox. So I said, how can I start playing Survivor in my life right now? If you've seen Survivor, you know that a big element is making fire from flint. So I taught myself how to make fire. I would spend hours in my backyard with my flint just going at it until finally I got a little spark. And then I started going camping all the time. Because I was like, I'm doing it, and I'm so cute. I'd wear my buff, I'd like bring my buff, and like, make the fire. But there was like some elements that were missing for me. I started learning the survival parts, which was fire, camping, being in the outdoors, playing freely in that way with no sandbox. What's cool about being on a beach in Fiji is there's sand everywhere, but there's no box to box it. So this idea of like playing out in nature was really connecting me to playing this game. But I was like, oh, there's a social element to this game. I wonder. I love The White Lotus. If you've seen The White Lotus, Mike White's show on HBO, it is a beautiful, beautiful TV show. It's slow, it's relationship-based, it's really good art. I guarantee you will like it. I like it. I project it. And I was doing some improv shows, and I was like, oh, I wonder. So here's the thing in The White Lotus. Mike White, who created The White Lotus, he played Survivor. He's played twice now. Something he does is he brings Survivor players onto his TV show, The White Lotus. So every season, you'll see your favorite Survivor players in The White Lotus. and I thought I could do the same thing. I could make the improvised White Lotus, and I could ask Survivor players, people that love playing and taking chances and want attention, I could ask them to come and be my improv show. So I started doing that at a bookstore. This is a bookstore that my friend owns called Bibliotech in Canberra Park. If you're here for the weekend, go check it out. It's a sweet space. This is Tim Spicer. He lives in Atlanta. The day before my second showing of the White Lotus, I messaged him on Instagram and I said, hey, I know you live in Atlanta. Would you want to come be in my White Lotus show and kind of get a taste of what Mike White is doing? And he was like, yeah, of course. And I called him and I was like, can you be here tomorrow? And he was like, sure. He said yes, because I asked. Powerful ask. And what's really awesome is that when you start the game of Survivor, the first thing that happens is players receive a buff. Tim gave me my first buff that I've ever owned. So this is my buff. I've since lost it, which feels spiritual. But this is my first buff, and I felt like I was playing. So I'm now reformatting the improvised White Lotus. I'm dropping the White Lotus because that's a sandbox that was created by someone else. So I'm leaving that idea, creating a new level of the sandbox, and it'll be called Survive the Improvised Play. I had a player that's a really iconic player. She's been on a couple seasons. I was communicating with her about coming on the show, and she said yes. I started getting all these red flags from her. I had a dream where she ruined the show. The next day, I texted her and I said, I'm so sorry, we're no longer going to be able to have you on the show. We've made some casting changes. I voted her out of the game. I'm really playing Survivor, and I'm bringing on friends that I've become, Survivor players I've become friends with, my allies to play with me. So it's been really, really fun to build my own sandbox. And I'm now that I've noticed that my sandbox was built by someone else, now that I started destroying that sandbox, that gave me permission to start building my own sandbox, which is really scary, but I've had so many people surround me and engage with me and be excited to help me rebuild this sandbox. And what I've learned is that building your own sandbox is really fun. It is really, really freeing to find ways to no longer be playing in accordance with other people's rules. And something I think that applies to everyone in this room, whether you were raised in a religious home or whether you are an artist and you're in theatrical spaces, something I think does apply to all of us is that we were raised with a lot of rules and a lot of critical voices. I think a lot of you people are in this room because you are working to rebuild your sandbox, to find relationships with new people, to bring people in to play with you, just like we saw people play here. And it's really scary. It's really scary because you start to float. You start to lose all sense of identity. You start to question, who am I? What am I without these rules that I've learned that have been my ways to survive? But and all I can do is share my story. I can't really tell anyone what they should do. But I know from my story that by destroying my sandbox, building a new one, I am now really living out my dream, really having fun and playing freely. It's led to this, like the improvised White Lotus. Ashley came and saw it. She asked me to do this, and this is so fun to get to play with you guys in the workshop and in here and chat with you guys now. I'm finding so much joy and so much life in finding my own ways to play. And I just do want to affirm, it takes a lot of courage. My favorite character is the Cowardly Lion from The Wizard of Oz. All he wants is a heart. He just wants, no, the Tin Man wants a heart. Courage. He wants some courage. Now I'm not remembering what The Wizard of Oz is about. Both those, let's use them both. The Tin Man and the Cowardly Lion. Want some heart, want some courage. And it's really, really scary to go on this journey. But the Cowardly Lion gets to make some friends. He goes to Oz. He realizes, oh, that's not what I thought it was. He kind of understands, oh, the joy is the journey. It's kind of like the friends that I've made and the people that are with me. And courage is something that I have to remind myself all the time. I live my life with a little baby in my pockets. I found this baby after doing acid at Disney World. Ask me about that later. This has become a symbol to me of my inner child. That there's still someone in me that's kind of working through some of these critical voices that were placed upon him. So if I'm ever getting anxious, if I ever need to instill a little more courage into Brett, I pull out this baby and I talk to him. And I say, hey, you can be brave, you can be courageous, you have people to help you along the way. This has become a totem for me. I encourage all my students, find something that reminds you of your childhood, put in your pocket, so you can learn how to coach yourself to be courageous. Because that little kid in you just needs to be talked to. So it takes courage, but with this, with a community of people, you can find that easily. By being vulnerable with each other, by asking each other for help. The number one thing I encourage my students in improv is to agree and say yes. When someone asks you something, say yes. There's some limits with that. There are some limits. We should have some good boundaries, but say yes. So be courageous, ask people for help. I guarantee you're going to get some yeses, so you can rebuild that self-worth. That's it.
Thank you, Brett. That was amazing. Thank you so much. And that's a lot of us get confused about. So thank you very much. And again, thank you, Brett, for that message of courage and building. And thank you, Ashley, for forcefully bringing him to our. So next on the agenda.
Great question.
Liquor, I love.
Well, okay. I know what it is because I looked ahead. We're going to.
Can you click it forward so we know
Yes.
what's next to it? It's on the thing.
Yes. Sorry. Wait.
Anyway.
Oh, that's the ad for my show.
So, creator of the improvised White Lotus, August 21st and 22nd, 8 p.m. out front theater. Like pictures so you know that, and go see it because it sounds like it's going to be really, really awesome. Okay. Okay. And thanks again to Brett for playing freely. And we are going to have band and Lewis come back up to give us an original piece of music by Lewis that we were all very impressed with. He's very good at his music. And yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy. So I will give you Lewis and the band.
Jamie, do you have the clicker? Thank you.
Yeah. Hey all, I'm Lewis. I have been organizing the Atlanta band for a while, and Sunday Assembly Atlanta has been a lot of things to me over the past couple of years. I've found this is a really inviting space, and it's encouraged me to bring my full, authentic self. And I see that in everybody here, and I want to say thank you so much for coming and bringing your full, authentic selves. Y'all are beautiful, and I can't say thank you so much, and this has been such a lovely experience. But this song is about how Sunday Assembly has helped me be me.
just finding out what's going on, what you might need support with, or what you might need celebrated. And so we have a rule, I don't know if it's they should, but when something good, when somebody feels something good, we clap. And when it's something that's challenging, they need support, we snap. So that's what we'll do today. So the box was out in the hall. We only got one paper in the box, so I'll just go around and ask for volunteers. But our first one is from Jared. And Jared says, I can count the number of times I've actually been drawn on my fingers. After last night's cabaret, I think I can still do so on one hand, but I'm not sure. Still, that was a hell of a party! All right, and Goran, can I get life from anyone else? Something good or something you need support with? Yes.
My youngest son just turned 18 and is working at his first real job.
Yes! Hey, who else? Yes?
Well, I'm going to have a very busy year next year because my wife will be starting up her DMP completion program. So she will be, going back to school on top of all her other responsibilities. And it'll be challenging, but it's exciting times.
All right, that's excellent. So,
China recently had a law out saying that they can capture anybody who is critical of them, even if overseas. I have been. For work, I will have to make a trip to China coming up soon, and I hope I will be safe.
y'all hope you will be safe too. I will go. I am only, it's been a very tiring weekend. I forgot how much work convention work was, but honestly, the main reason I'm standing is because I'm getting support and joy and smiles from all of you guys, and so thank you. This has been a wonderful experience, so I'm going to clap for that. Anybody else? Yes?
Hey, I'm just grateful that I have a stable job. Around this time last year I did not, and that is a stressful thing to be without, and also to be searching and those kinds of things. So grateful for the people that helped me get there, and that seems to be going well. So.
Anybody else?
Okay.
Yes.
I start grad school this fall. I'm excited.
I've had a really hard 6 months. My mum is not well, work's been rubbish, and coming back for about 2.5, but thanks
Having the conference here is awesome, and it helped us fulfill my oldest daughter's wish of seeing a whale shark. But we'll also be turning 23 in August.
I'm glad you got to see that. Yes, I got to see my first fireflies. Everybody got to see that. Anybody else? Yes.
I want to tell everybody how awesome you are.
Thank you.
Hold on. I'm having some kind of head issue this morning, which is kind of unusual. And between her emceeing while the band was playing, she noticed that I was doing something with my head, and she came over and asked me if I needed something. And I said aspirin is all I need. And she came back with a bottle of aspirin, and then jumped back on the mic too.
Yes.
Over the past couple of months, I've been having some chronic pain in my leg, and I was actually prepared not to come to this conference.
Wow.
But miraculously, it cleared up about a week ago.
fun moment. Some of you witnessed it. For those of you from Atlanta, I'm sorry, I'm having a moment again. For those of you from Atlanta who have put this together, I want you to know that you have reminded me what joy is, like real joy, and play, and the sandbox, like we're building Sunday Assembly sandbox, like together. Oh, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.
Like, it's been so overwhelming that I just had to leave. It's like I overflowed with too much. But it's a good too much. And I just want to say thank you so much for what you've done. You've inspired us. We're going to take some of this back and hopefully, thank you.
Y'all do not be afraid of moments. My mama told me a long time ago, unless you're Alice in Wonderland, tears are not going to drown you. So. I love that. Yeah. Nobody else? Okay, all right. Well, we will go on to the next thing on the list, and that's going to be Ross is going to help us with the Great Sam transition.
Where is Sam? Kevin has Sam. I don't need to be the one to pass Sam along, but I would love to invite Garrett and, I guess now Kevin. I don't know if it's been fully explained. Sam is a chimpanzee stuffed animal that I bought in 2019 for the Sunday Assembly Nashville conference. I picked a chimpanzee because, of course, we are closely related to this species. They are a tribal species, as are we. We are very related and very similar. And when it reminds me that what we are pursuing is such a deeply natural thing that it takes a lot of effort to create in our modern world. And it just started to become a thing that it passes along as the conferences come and go, different cities and chapters, and it felt appropriate to let Sam travel overseas once again with Gareth back to Brighton for more and more lovely travels throughout this lovely world. Sam's been to Japan, California, Georgia, all sorts of places, so it's really great. So Kevin, if you could do the honors of passing. The improv comedy is teaching. Thank you both very much. Sam needs this moment in the sun. Thank you both. And it's not to say that Sam. There is photographic evidence of Sam engaged in a number of activities of virtuous and also concerning nature. And I can only hope that continues. The search for the clicker continues. We're hoping it's on the mics. Where are we at? What are we doing?
Potluck.
We're doing a potluck in a game night, y'all. Not right now, a little bit later. So, don't worry, there's not a lot more like people telling you what's next. Soon it will become your own jobs and your own destiny. Sorry to get existential about that. When we conclude this lovely Sunday assembly, first of all, I'm gonna name a couple things. First of all, we're gonna do a group photo. We're gonna meet out in the aisle where all those lovely cool couches are. We're gonna get an awesome group photo of everybody who's here. But when that follows, then there's going to be some free time. But from 5:30 to around 8, we're going to be having our potluck and game night. This is at First Existentialist Congregation of Atlanta. They are a Unitarian Universalist group that lets us have their space once a month. This is our normal Sunday Assembly venue. We are good friends with them. We're really grateful for them. And if you were at the 2015 conference, you might have visited it then as well. So it'll be hopefully pretty chill. Jamie won't stop talking about her popcorn machine and the excitement she has.
Just so you know, it is not one of those rolling kind. I am not not a circus. It is
This is
just-
not a movie theater.
It is just a little tight tabletop popcorn machine, but I've made popcorn for groups before, so hopefully you guys will come. Potluck and game night is one of the most fun things ever. We just pile up all the games. You can just play with whoever set something up. You can grab a game, grab some more people. It's a lot of fun. We're gonna have popcorn. People bring snacks. We have plenty of snacks from here, and it's just a fun time. It's very low key. If you are from out of town, or even if you're just local but you don't have time, you don't have to bring anything. There will probably be more than enough for people to come and enjoy. And it's a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite assemblies. So I hope you guys will come out and play some games with us. I've got 2 new ones and I'm dying to try out. So come
Yeah, what's
on.
up? What's up, Jared?
I just want to let everyone know the official start time is 5:30. I'm gonna open the building at 4. So if anyone just is through tooling around town and wants like a cool air-conditioned place to relax, feel free to come by. Starting at 4 o'clock, we'll be open. You can go ahead and grab the games and start early.
Or hell, you can walk in the park because it's right next to Candler Park, a lovely place to just chill. Yeah, I want to reemphasize that out-of-towners don't have kitchens. Like you don't need to bring anything, right? We got plenty of leftovers. We'll be okay. So, if you'll be around, we'd love to have you. Okay, so we do have the band needs to get up here, and while they do, I want to make sure because I know we have things that we in between now and the potluck and game night. Brandy and Lewis are offering free tickets to go to the Atlanta Botanical Garden. It is a lovely, lovely space, and I believe the sign-up sheet is somewhere in this vicinity.
It is over next to the water, over there.
It is next to the water, so hydrate yourself and then contemplate. It is a really awesome place. You can spend 2 hours there wandering around and not know a single thing about plants. And really, really love it.
And they have really delicious food.
Yeah, Long Leaf Cafe, extremely good. So please take them up because it's a lovely way to spend a couple hours if you have the time. So the band is getting ready, but I'll let maybe Adam and Heather take it up.
Thank you, Ross. It's been absolutely fantastic. Chris is going to be leading this one. She's going to be channeling her inner Freddie Mercury. So please sing. Oh boy, this is so much responsibility. Are you sure you want to give this to everyone?
You have not given us confidence on this.
I don't want it. Thank you. All right.
All right, first off, if you are not sure what you want to do this afternoon, Sean, Garrett, myself, and Jeff are gonna go to the aquarium. So if you want to join us, please do. I didn't ask for a sign-up sheet for that, so just come talk to one of us. And then secondly, I want to hear you guys sing. This is a great sing-along.
Feel free if you're inclined to stand and sing along with us. Just clap and sing along, but we're happy to have you.
Yes. All right, let's do this. Tonight I'm gonna have myself a real good time. I've been alive, and the world's turning inside out. Yeah, I'm floating around in ecstasy. So don't stop me now. Don't stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time, having a good time. Hold on, something's wrong. I feel it.
Are we
All right.
transposed?
Yes, all right. Right where we left off.
Let's do it.
Tonight, I'm gonna have myself a real good time. I've been alive, and the world's turning inside out. Yeah,
have a few changes here. We've been doing this song in Sunday Assembly Nashville for a long time, so when it showed up on the list and Abson was talking about it, we're like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this one together. So what a great way to close out an absolutely extraordinary conference. I need to say happy
A lot of assemblies love this song. I think this is a song that really emphasizes a little bit more again the one life we know we have, and to be very intentional in the choices we make in this one life.
We always started with a cold open. Let's get our notes here. Here's your chord. Ready? 2. Okay. 2, 3, 4. I need it all. I need it all. Here we go. Hope when you take that jump, you don't fear the fall. Hope when the water rises, you build a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, screaming your name. Hope when everybody runs, you choose to stay.
I hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. The only way you can know is all you have. And I hope
That's fine now, but but I need the clicker more than I need the mic.
The search for the clicker.
I'm clicking the clicker and then there is a parachute. Then you click it again and it goes over what we're doing again. Oh, thank you very much. So, we have covered all this, but the very next slide, if I recall, is love letters. Don't forget to take your lovely envelope, and if you have any more time left, write a note. But they are in our Gallery A, and if you forget them, we will do our best to find a compatriot to send it home, and maybe we'll start mailing stuff, I don't know. But the easiest way is for you to go get it right after this, on the way to the group photo. See, it all comes together. Then you go to the garden, see, it all comes together. Last thing is a whole lot of thank yous. A whole lot of thank yous to everyone in this band, including a Ray who is secretly behind the Nashville Fest, who has joined us on stage today. But yes, other band members are welcome up here as a celebration of awesome music this weekend. All of the organizers, MCs, communities, volunteers who have done visible and invisible work this whole time, our lovely venue and the people who helped us with that. Who else? Who else are we thanking? You! Hey, that's fine.
I want calling out Cindy by name. She had her butt off this entire weekend. Instead of breakfast. I call out Joanne because she sat with me at the welcome table for most of the weekend, and I would have lost my mind if she hadn't been there to cover for me.
So thank yous will never end. I'll thank once again our speaker, Brett. And I suppose more of them will have to come unamplified and one-on-one. So thank you all very much. And I think that is the very last slide. I have nothing more to say to you. Get your letters and I'll see you out in the aisle. Thank you so much.
Last chance for shirts. If anybody still wants one, you're welcome to say hello.
Will someone come take a photo of the band?
John's ready. Boxes around the faces.
This is coming.
One, two, three. Some more angles. Make sure to all the pencils. Yeah.
I want this commitment. I'm going to conclude this.